that they left off the board, they'd be four more rungs up the ladder.
But so far, that's kind of what they've been. That's what they've done. They've left points on the board.
Yes, particularly in the red zone. They've settled for threes. They don't usually miss the threes.
No.
But I'm optimistic.
They just got there 7 times this past week, which helped.
I am optimistic, though, that, either through Andy Reid has learned the lesson of last year, like quit trying to draw up plays for guys who can't play. Like no more Sky Moore packages. Okay? Stop putting him in the game. And stop having plays where you want to go to the ball to Sky Moore.
It's almost like Sky Moore doesn't want to play. They give him a chance and he just drops the ball. Here you go, Sky. Here's a gilt-edged opportunity for you to get some more playing time. No.
He's like, my plan is working perfectly.
No, but I think with the multiple tight ends, like this is what I have. I'm going to call these plays. So Travis Kelce benefited number 1. Noah Gray benefited number 2. I hope we don't have the Jody Fortson package where we're seeing Jody Fortson catching screen passes behind the line of scrimmage, right? Where he gets everybody's getting in on the fun. Here we go. So I think he's maybe picked up a little bit of what they finally had to do after the Raider game last year. And they're now going to that because of Rashee Rice being down and everything else. That encourages me that they're going to be better. They're going to be all that they can be. Right, whatever it is, they're going to be all that they can be because they're going to maximize that.
Well, from a pure football standpoint, and I know there's absolutely benefits to what they do when they do those fun things that you talked about, like whatever.
I don't know if they're fun. It's just I understand that he wants everyone to be a threat on the field. So you got to throw it to everybody so that everyone's got to be covered and all that kind of stuff.
I was getting more to the exotics that he runs.
What did they do that was exotic against?
They had a play where Travis Kelce had Patrick Mahomes behind him they're on the goal line. Remember?
And they threw a shoveler in there. I mean,
that's just Travis Kelce lateraling, if that's what you're talking about.
Right, but they do a lot of unusual plays.
No, there was like the underhand to Kelce in the middle of the line on one of those goal lines.
They've been doing that for 10 years. I know that's why Colin Saunders was sitting there waiting for it.
Right.
I know they've been doing it. All I'm getting to is that Andy Reid has the cachet and the expertise. Just think if what's the Nathaniel Hackett called a couple of these wacky plays inside the 10-yard line.
Well, they'd have to ask.
I mean,
they'd add Aaron Rodgers first.
Yeah, they'd have to ask Rodgers first, and then also they'd have to get to the 10.
Right, they would.
Fair.
But a lot of people would say, "Boy, that guy's gone mad."
Yeah,
but Andy, it's just cute.
Yeah, but the other thing that I think is, the things that that concern me are the tackles. I think are still a question mark, although I'm quite pleased so far with what we've seen from Wanya Morris.
Right.
But Juwan Taylor has been okay. Oh. He's been okay. So I'm a little concerned there that they might run into a team that has both their edge guys completely healthy, and it creates some problems for the Chiefs in the backfield. I think that they are fine in the secondary, but Josh Williams has kind of disappeared. And so if they would lose Watson or, God forbid, McDuffie for a few games, I think that secondary looks different. They don't really get home to the quarterback without blitzing.
No, that's been for years now.
Last year
was a little better.
They had 2 guys with 10 sacks.
Yeah, but some of those sacks were when they were blitzing. It's just that the guys who aren't blitzers sacked them.
He is a blitzer. I mean, like, they're going to blitz. That's what Spagnuolo does.
Yes, and I think he's great at it. So
I think he's even more effective now because nobody else does it.
Right.
So now quarterbacks don't see it. I mean, there were times with the last couple of games where Justin Herbert was like, "Oh, anywhere." Right. Just throw it out of bounds.
But
and it's like they're coming with 7. Somebody has to be mildly open, guy. Find them.
Oh, and that big play at the end of the game.
They came with 8.
They sent 8. Now, the ball was there. I mean, the guy could have caught it. No, he wasn't wide open. It wasn't like, they sent 8 and this guy's running down the field naked. He's wide open.
Well, they were also down 2 scores.
Right. But I mean,
so I don't think he comes with 8 if they're not up 2 scores, but he blitzed him all day, and Derek Carr didn't really handle it. They had 200 yards of offense.
Right. I think it's just a great benefit that they hired Steve Spagnuolo when he was 58 or whatever he was when they hired him, I think he might have been 60 when they hired him, but if he was 45, he'd be gone now.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's another benefit. I mean, he's great at what he does. Great.
Yes. And he could have gone a lot of places, but he wanted to work with Andy Reid. So that speaks to having Andy Reid. We'll take a break.
9 sacks in 5 games.
Yeah, we'll take a break. Danny Clinkscale's with us. Little Danny Unleashed, brought to you by our friends at Easton Roofing. They're online at eastonroofing.com. No cost for an inspection or an estimate. You can get it right now. We've had a lot of damaging winds, hailstorms during this summer. And that can be a big, big problem. When the weather starts turning cold, water gets in the cracks, the crevices that have been created from all the damage, and then starts freezing and expanding. You've got big problems. Get an inspection right now with Easton Roofing. Find them online at eastonroofing.com.
More of Danny's Reasonably Irreverent podcast after this.
Hey Kansas City, Joe Spiker, Easton Roofing here. It's football season in Kansas City, and all of us at Easton Roofing cannot wait to watch Patty Icicles take us to our 3rd straight Super Bowl championship. There's been a lot of storm damage this year. We're here before the storm, and we will be here well after, leaving a legacy of quality work handled by quality people. Not everybody got a new roof from their insurance company. If that's you, give us a call. Easton Roofing. Integrity matters.
You're in the program here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. We're talking to Danny Clinkscale, little Danny Unleashed here on a Friday, brought to you by Easton Roofing. You can find them online at eastonroofing.com. Locally owned and operated. Great family business. If it's your home or your business, it's Easton Roofing for any and all roofing needs. Danny, Mizzou's going to play UMass. We were chatting during the break.
They are, yeah.
We don't know why, but they're going to.
And they're, at UMass. What TV platform is that on?
It's got to be SEC Network. But what do you
Dolly
take?
Madison TV?
What happened against A&M? More about A&M, more about Mizzou.
Yeah, I hate to say this stupid thing. Probably a little bit of both. I think A&M's going to be. I think Mike Elko's going to finally be. Maybe
I do too, but I didn't think it'd be in year one.
No, I didn't think it'd be in year one. But there's a lot of resources there always at Texas A&M. They're always going to have good talent. It's unbelievable they haven't been better.
And they got away from those stupid jerseys with the stripes across the shoulders that were just ass. No. So now there are kids that'll be like, I'll go there.
Cool.
I'm not wearing a half a prison suit.
But I also think that it's a horrible warning sign. I mean, that's about as bad as you can play.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
right out of the box,
every way,
and never recovered. Just turtled.
And the artistic.
they just said, that's it for today.
And then the artistic
body language bad. Luther Burden, poster child for how not to act on a football field. Well, I dropped that one. Sorry, I'm out of here for the duration.
The artistic point of coming out of the break at halftime. Worst first half you could ever imagine. First play of the second half, touchdown, 75 yards. That's it.
Yeah.
Turn off the television.
No, it's like they should have just negotiated a settlement at halftime. And just said, sorry, we can catch, the charter can get out of here earlier, like when they left, when the Royals left me in Toronto.
It'd be fun. Aggies just walk out there to the tunnel like, where's Mizzou? They're just gone. They're already on the bus.
Ultimate get well, but is there any prescription for absolutely throwing your jock on the field than playing at UMass
at 11 a.m.?
At 11 a.m. before, I don't know, 1,400 people?
Yeah, tens of people.
I mean, they draw maybe 8, and it's 11 a.m., and football's not that big a deal up there.
Not college football, for sure, and certainly not at UMass.
College football. And college football at UMass, their high water mark since 2012 has been 4 wins. They won 4 games in back-to-back years. Last 1-0-1-1. They suck, and they don't even play. And they play in the Northeast. They play like with Duquesne, and they can't even beat them.
Yeah,
I mean, this is unbelievable. I think it's that Missouri's only a 27-point favorite, aren't they?
I know, and that's what that's where I was going. Was that like you look at that and say, well, all right, so is this like the bounce back, or do they sit there and just say, well, we don't even want to be here, and they come out and end up coming out of this game like 23-6.
Why am I having my pregame meal at 8 a.m. in Amherst, Massachusetts?
Well, it's a lovely area of America, but it's in the trees and such. But by score, UMass has been better this year. Their games have been closer. Why do I know this? I just looked it up because I know how dreadful they are, and the Missouri was playing them. But anyway, they're going to win easily. We're not going to be able to judge anything by it, except if they go out and it's the third quarter and it's 13-10.
Yes,
or something.
I agree. K-State and Colorado.
Oh, that should be just a blast.
Is all of America? Is it like 80-20
at least
K-State fans? 20% that are Colorado fans are Dion fans, and they're passionate for Dion. But, like, is everybody, like, people got kind of happy that, like, well, at least Dion's going to suck this year, and we'll be done with that. And now he's 4-1, and if he wins this game, he's back in the polls.
And the problem for K-State here is that they've gotten off to a good start. They've got some momentum, and the place is going to be crazy. It's going to be late at night. Gary Barnett's going to be on College Game Day tomorrow, and somehow I know that he says it's a crazy atmosphere there, even like an hour before the game. It's a late night game, even in Boulder, so that's going to be a tough place to play. I mean, they've got maybe the best football player of the last 10 years on their team, and I'm not talking about Sanders.
No, you're talking about
Hunter,
the wideout, Hunter, the wideout corner.
Right. Yeah, so I think it's going to be a great game. K-State has played badly coming off a bye under Chris Kleiman, which is surprising. They're 1-4, so that's small sample size, but worth noting anyway.
For sure.
And so I think it'd be a great way to spend the last moments of your Saturday night as you're dozing, maybe not dozing off. I think this is going to be a great game. Fun.
Yeah, I really want K-State to win.
Oh, yeah.
One, because like the football around here is becoming the college football we were all excited about.
Right.
And now it's like disappointment's kind of everywhere.
And also, I'm on Colorado.
Yeah.
No, I'm on that team.
Danny, we appreciate it, buddy. We'll do it again next week.
Always fun.
We hope you enjoyed the latest Danny Klingscale Reasonably Irreverent podcast. Come back soon for something fresh and new. This podcast was made possible by our great sponsors like
Easton Roofing, where integrity matters. Joe Spiker and his team are the best in the business for all your roofing needs, handled with honesty and craftsmanship. Visit them at eastonroofing.com.